The School of Educational Development and Outreach and the Center for Teaching Support at the University of Cape Coast, as part of its adoption of the Low Achieving School project, has held a career and health talk program for some basic schools in Cape Coast. The event, which hosted personnel from the Ghana Education Service, Health Service, Police, Military and Fire Services as mentors, sought to educate the school children on future goals and career opportunities. The director, Center for Teaching Support at the University of Cape Coast, Professor Kofi Ayebi Arthur, indicated that the initiative forms part of their resolve as a center to motivate the children to aim higher.
Other lecturers to give what they do and hoping that this will motivate the students to study well. We adopted these schools, there were 14 in all, because they had poor learning outcomes. So we are hoping that when they are motivated, internal motivation, then they will be able to have better outcomes. So this is a series of things that we're doing. We are also interacting with the school, helping them with their reading, helping them in ICT. So it's an ongoing thing. Hopefully within a year we will to report better outcomes. When we met the staff in the school, they told us their needs, and the basic among them was that the students couldn't read. And these are JSS students. So you were wondering if they can read, then how would they take the BEC? So the first thing was to work on the reading. We've got someone from the Department of Basic Education in English specialty to help them. Ultimately, we wish to have a library, but then they have a small space. So it's about getting people who will be interested in helping the center to build a library for them and make a library big such that they can use part for reading and another part for ICT. I currently have nothing.
On his part, the Dean of the School of Educational Development and Outreach and the former Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, Professor George Tuku Kodro, advised the school children to desist from dropping out of school and take their academics seriously in order for them to become responsible leaders, since the future of the country belongs to them.
Advice: they should take their studies seriously. They should concentrate on those things that will help them excel in their education, those things that will help them develop personality that will be useful to themselves and to the society in which they will live as they grow old. These days, I've come to realize that young ones want to behave like adult businessmen. And so instead of studying as junior high school students, as senior high school students, instead of concentrating on their work, they would want to own iPhones because they've seen the chief executive officer holding an iPhone. They would want to be loaded with money because they've seen their senior brothers, demonstrating that they have money. These do not help. So if you are a young one, please concentrate on your studies. It is when you concentrate on your studies and lay proper foundation that in future you can enjoy your life. I always say that I never had secondary school education, but because I was counseled to do one thing at a time, now people call me a professor and I forget about the past. So think about the future, for without your future, Ghana has no future.